2016 AMC 8. Number 1. The longest professional tennis match ever played lasted a total of 11 hours and 5 minutes. How many minutes was this? So 11 hours, rewrite as the minutes. That's the 11 times 1 hour is the 60 minutes plus another 5 minutes. That's the 665 minutes total. So that's the answer C. Number 2. In rectangle ABCD, AB equals 6 and AD equals 8. Point M is the midpoint of AD. What's the area of triangle AMC? Now let's draw the ABCD. So it should like this one. So ABCD, ABCD, the rectangle, and AB equals 6, AD equals 8. M is point of the AD, that is the midpoint, so that's the M. So AM is the 4, MD is the 4 because M is the midpoint. They ask the area of the AMC. Now we connect the triangle AMC. Area of the triangle is the 1/2, base times height. In this problem, base, that's the AM. Half of the AD, that's the 4. And the height must perpendicular from the C perpendicular to the AM. So the height is here. Height must perpendicular to base or the extended line of the base. So that's the 6. 2 cancel 2. 4 cancel 2. So that's the 12. So the answer of number 2 is the A, 12. Number 3, 4 students take an exam. 3 of their scores are 70, 80, 90. If the average of their 4 scores is 70, then what is the remaining score? So we know the average equal to sum of the numbers divided the number of numbers. So the sum will equal to the average times number of number. In this problem, average, that's the 70. The number of the number, that's the 4 student. So sum of the 4 scores is the 280. Sum of the 4 scores is the 280. We know the 3 of them, we minus 70, minus 80, minus 90. That's the remaining score. That should be the 40. So the answer is A. Number 4. When Chinu was a boy, he could run 15 miles in 3 hours and 30 minutes. As an old man, he could now walk 10 miles in 4 hours. How many minutes longer does it take for him to walk a mile now compared to when he was a boy? This problem, they are not as the regular ask us about the mile per hour. They don't ask mile per hour. They ask minutes per mile. So minutes per mile, that's the problem. When he was a boy, he ran the 15 miles in the 3 hour and 30 minutes. 3 hour, that's the 180 minutes times 60 plus additional 30 minutes. Run the 15 miles. So that means the 3 times 60, 180 plus 30, that's the 210 over 15. So that's the 14 the minutes per mile. 14 minutes per mile when he was the boy. Now he work, the distance is the 10 miles. He used the 4 hour times 60, that's the 240 minutes over 10, that's the 24 minutes. So how many minutes longer? We use the 24 minus 14, that's the 10 minutes longer now compared when he was the boy. So the answer is B. Number 5. The number n is a two-digit number. When n is divided by 9, the remainder is 1. When n is divided by 10, the remainder is 3. What is the remainder when n is divided by 11? So when n is divided by 9, remainder is the 1. That means the two-digit number can be the 10, 19, 28, because 3 times 9, 27. 4 times 9, 36. The number will be the 37. So 45 plus 1, that's the 46. 55, 64, 73, 82, and plus 9, that's the 91. So the number divided by 9, the remainder 1, that's the 10, 19, 28, 37, 46, 55, 64, 73, 82, 91. Then n is divided by 10. The remainder is the 3. So that's the 13, 23, 33, 43, 53, 63, 73, 83, 93, and satisfy both restriction. That's the 73. So the n is the 73 divided by 11. That's the 6. Remainder 7. The answer is E. Number 6. The following bar graph represents the length in letters of the names of 19 people. What is the median length of these names? 19 numbers. The median is the middle number. That's the 10. Before the 10 has the 9 numbers. After 10 has the 9 numbers. Total 19 numbers. So the name length is the 3 has the 7 people. So 3, 3, 3, total 3 has the 7 copies. The name length is the 4. The 4 letters name has the 3. So we have the 3, 3, 3. Now this 4 is already 10th number. So the median is the 10th number. So that's the 4. So the answer is B. Number 7. Which of the following numbers is not a perfect square? The perfect square that's the integer square. So the A can write as the perfect square. C and the E. E can write the 5 to the 1010 to the power 2. Same thing, the 3 can write the 1009 to power 2. The 2016 can write as any number times the 2. So for the B and the D, so look at the D is the 4 to the 2019. 4 is the perfect square. That's the 2 square to 2019. The power of the power use the multiplication. That's the 2 times 2 times 2019. We rewrite as the 2 to power 2019 to the power 2. So still can write as the perfect square. Only the B, we can't write a perfect square. 2017 is not divisible by 2. So the answer is B. Number 8. Find the value of the expression 100 minus 98, 96 minus 94 till the 4 minus 2. So that's the 100 minus 98 plus the 96 minus 94 plus plus the 4 minus 2. So we group every 2 number. That's the difference is the 2. Next, the different 2. From the 2 to 100, number of the number, that's the 50. We use the last number minus the first number, that's the 2, divided by common difference plus 1. So that's the 50. Total 50 even number. 50 even number, we use the 50 divided by 2. That's the 25 pairs. Each pair is the 2. So 25 times 2, that's the 50. So the answer is C. Number 9. What is the sum of the distinct prime integer divisor of 2016? That's easy. We just do the prime factorization. 2016, that's the 2 times 1008. Then it's divisible by 2, so that's the 504. Still divisible by 2, that's the 25 and 2. One more 2. 2 is the 126. Still the 2, that's the 63. 63 is the 7 times 9. 9 is the 3 square. So 2016 prime factorization is the 2 to power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 3 square times 7. So distinct prime integer, they ask a sum of the distinct prime integer factors. So prime, the integer is the 2 plus 3 plus 7. So that's the 12. So the answer is B. Number 10. Suppose that A star B means 3A minus B. What is the value of X if 2 star bracket 5 star x bracket equals 1. So 2 star bracket 5 star equals 1. And A star B means the 3A minus B. So now we use the first, the star, that's the 3A, that's the 3 times the 2. Then minus the second one is the B, so 5 star B. B is the X equals 1. So 5 star X, that's the 5. And the 5 star X, write as the 3 times 5 minus X equals 5. So X, that's the 15 minus 5, that's the 10. So the answer is D. Number 11. Determine how many two-digit numbers satisfy the following property. When the number is added to the number obtained by reversing its digits, the sum is 132. So the number, if it's the AB, so we write in expanded form. That's the 10 times a 10th digit times 10 plus B, and obtained by the reversing its digit. So plus the number 10B plus A. So reversing, we get the BA. The sum is the 132. So that's the 10, 11. 10A plus A, 11. A plus 11B. So that's the 11A plus the B equal to 132. So A plus B equal to 12. The sum of the two digits is the 12. That can be the 9 and the 3, 8 and the 4, 7 and the 5, 6, 6. So the reverse still the 39, 93, 84, 48, 75, 57, and 66. Total is the two-digit number satisfied. This is the property. That's the answer B. Number 12. Jeff's middle school has the same number of boys and girls. 3/4 of the girls and 2/3 of the boys went on a field trip. What fraction of the students on the field trip were girls? Because the boys and the girls has the same number, let be the X, and 3/4 of the girl. That means girl is the 3/4 X, and the 2/3 of the boy, that's the 2/3 of the X. X is the number of the boys and the number of the girls. They have the same number. Add them together. So the sum is the total student on the field trip. So expected fraction is the expected overall. So expected is the girls. the girls' fraction. The girls, how many girls? On the field trip, that's the 3/4 of the x. The x is the number of the girls, also is the number of the boys, because they have the same number of the boys and the girls. Now the numerator is the 3/4x. Denominator, the LCD is the 12. 9 plus 8, that's the 17x. First, cancel x. For the fraction over fraction, easy, we do inside times inside, go to the denominator. 4 times 17. Outside times outside goes to the numerator. So 3 times 12. Cancel common factor 4. So 12 cancel 4. That's the 3. The numerator is 9. Denominator is the 17. So the fraction of the students on the field trip were girls. That's the 9/17. So the answer is B. Number 13. Two different numbers are randomly selected from the set -2, -1, 0, 3, 4, 5 are multiplied together. What is the probability that the product is 0? Probability, we know that's the expected events over all events. So expected over all. So what's the expected? That's the product is the 0. If the first number we choose the 0, the second number only have the 5 choice. If the first number will not choose the 0, so we have the 5 choice. The second number must choose the 0, so no choice. That can get the 0. And all events, the first number, we have the 6 choice. We can choose any one of the 6. The second number, we have the 5 choice. So that's the 6 times 5. Total is the 10/30. Cancel 10. That's the 1/3. So the probability that product is 0 is the 1/3. That's the choice D. Number 14. Carl's car uses a gallon of gas every 35 miles, and his gas tank holds 14 gallons when it is full. One day, Carl started with a full tank of gas, drove the 350 miles, bought the 5 gallons of gas, and continued driving to his destination. When he arrived, his gas tank was half full. How many miles did Carl drive that day? So the full tank is the 14 gallon. When he arrived, the gas tank was half full. That means use the 7 gallons. Start the full. Arrived the destination, just half the tank. That's the use the 7. And in the trip, bought another 8 gallons. So he total use, that's the 7 plus 8. That's the 15 gallons he used on all his trip. So 1 gallon drives 35 miles. That means the 15 times 35 miles. 30 times 15, that's the 450. So 5 times 15, that's the 75. So 450 plus 75, that's the 525. So the car drives the 525 miles that day. So that's the answer A. Number 15. What is the largest power of 2 that is a divisor of the 13 to power 4 minus 11 to power 4? So 13 to power 4 minus 11 to power 4, we use the difference of the square formula, a square minus b square equal to a minus b times a plus b. So that means the 13 square minus 11 square times 13 square plus the 11 square. 13 to power 4, we can write 13 square and then square minus 11 square and then square. Use the difference of the square formula. We still can factor the first the factor. So that's the 13 minus 11 times 13 plus 11 times 13 square plus 11 square. 13 minus 11, that's the 2. 13 plus 11, that's the 24. And 13 square is the 169 plus 11 square, 121. Now the 2 times 24 prime factorization is the 8 times 3. 8, that's the 2 cube, times the sum of these two numbers, 290. And equal to 2 to power 4 times 3 times we do the prime factorization. That's the 2 times 145. We don't need to factor the 145 because it's not contained. I need the 2. So the largest power of the 2 is the 2 to power 5. And 2 to power 5, that's the 32. So the answer is C. Number 16. Annie and Bunny are running laps around a 400-meter oval track. They started together, but Annie has pulled ahead because she runs the 25% faster than Bunny. How many laps will Annie have run when she first passes the Bunny? Annie and Bunny. So the Annie ran the 25 faster than Bunny. If the Bunny speed is the S, and Annie will be the 1 plus 25% times S, that's the speed. And if the Annie ran the X laps, the Bunny will run the X minus 1 because the Annie runs faster. When she first passes the Bunny, that means she ran the 1 lap more than the Bunny. Now they use the same time. When she passes the Bunny, they use the same time. The time equals the distance over speed. So for the Annie, the distance is the x lap. One lap is the 400 meter x lap. That's the 400x. Speed is the 125% of the speed. That's speed is the bunny speed. And they equal to, for the bunny, the total lap is x minus 1. One lap is 400 meters. The speed is s. Now both sides times s. We cancel the s. Now we use the cross multiplying. 400x equal to 125% x minus 1, 400 cross multiplying. 400x equals 125 over 100, that's the 5 over 4, times x minus 1 times 400. Cancel 4, that's the 100. So 400x equals the 500x minus 500. And move the 400x to another way, that the negative 400, that will give us the 100x equal to 500. So x equal to the 5. Number 17. An ATM password at Fred's Bank is composed of 4 digits from 0 to 9, with repeated digits allowable. If no password may begin with the sequence 911, then how many passwords are possible? The 4 digits. So 4 digits, the password. So from the 0 to 9, the first number, we have the 10 choice. Same thing with the second, because repeated are allowable. Repeated digits allowable. So that's the 10 to power 4. We must minus the start with the 911, not allowable. So the 911, the first 3 must be 911. That's already the digit. Only the last digit have the 10 choice. So 911 time, that's the only the started with the 911. You cannot choose that. The last digit has the 10 choice. So 1 times 10, that's minus 10. So that's the 10,000 minus 10. That's the 990. So that's the 9,990, the possible the password. So the answer is D. Number 18. In an all-area track meet, 216 sprinters enter a 100-meter dash competition. The track has 6 lanes, so only 6 sprinters can complete at a time. At the end of each race, the 5 non-winners are eliminated, and the winner will compete again in a later race. How many races are needed to determine the champion sprinter? The total is the 216 sprinters. So only 6 sprinters can compete at the time. So divided by 6, that's the total 36, the groups. After these 36 groups compete, That means each group has the one winner to enter the next round. So the first we have the 36 games. These 30 games has the 36. The winners will end into the next round. Still, each group is the 6th sprinter. That's the 6 games. Another 60 games only the winner will go to the final. So that means we have the sprinter go to the final. So choose the champion. That means the one more games total, the 43. So the answer is C. Number 19. The sum of 25 consecutive even integers is 10,000. What is the largest of these 25 consecutive even integer? We know that's the 25. The integer sum is the 10,000. So the mean is 400. 25 consecutive even integer, that's also the arithmetic sequence. In arithmetic sequence, the mean also equal to median. So median is the 400. That's the 25 number. Before the median 400, that's the 12 number. After the 400, another 12 the number, total 25. So because the common difference is the 2, so we add 2 to get the next number. 12 times 2. That's the 24. So 400 plus 24. That's the 424. That's the E. Number 20. The least common multiple of A and B is 12, and the least common multiple of B and C is 15. What is the least common value of the least common multiple of A and C? So the least common multiple of the A and B, that's the 12. 12, the prime factorization is the 4 times 3. 4 is the 2 squared times 3. And the least common multiple of the B and C, that's the 15. 15. Prime factorization is 3 times 5. So both the number has the common factor 3. That must be B equals 3. A equals 4 and C equals 5. Least common multiple of 4 and 5. 4 and 5 are consecutive numbers. All the consecutive numbers are relatively prime. So LCM only equals the product of relatively prime number. That's the 20. So the LCM of A and C is 20. So the answer is A. Number 21. A box contains 3 red chips and 2 green chips. Chips are drawn randomly, one at a time without replacement, until all 3 of reds are drawn or until both the green chips are joined, what is the probability that the three rides are joined? Probability equals the expected events over the all events. Let's see the all events. If we first draw the red, the first case is the red. Second, red, green, red, and the red, green, red, and also the green, red. That's all the expected. That's the 4. What's the all? All we must plus the green draw. That's the green. We finished. That's the 2 green draw. All the green, red, green. All the green, red, green. And the red, green. Also, the red, green. And another is the red, green. So that's all the finish with the green. So the total is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 4. 4 over 10. Cancel the common factor 2. Give us the 2 over 5. So the answer is B. Number 22, rectangle DEFA below is a 3 times 4 rectangle with DC equals CB equals BA equals 1. The area of the bat wings, the shaded area is. The shaded area, we use the total minus unshaded. Total area is the rectangle area 3 times 4 minus, so for area ABF, the base is the 1, height is the 4, so 1 over 2, base times the height. So the ABF and the DCE is the same, so we times 2. Now we minus the both sides, the area. Now minus top and the bottom, the area. Top area, so we draw the perpendicular line through the intersect point to the both sides. So first one is H1. This is the H2. So the area will be the 1 over 2. Base is the 1. Height is the H1 plus 1 over 2. Base is the 3. Height is the H2. So we have which one and which 2. So we have no idea of which one and which 2, but we know the CBE and the BEC, these 2 angles are equal. Also, the BCF equals angle CFE. So that's 2 angles equal. So the these two triangles are similar triangle. Similar triangle, they are corresponding side in the constant ratio. So BC over EF equals H1 over H2. So BC is the 1, EF is the 3. So H1 over H2 equals 1 over 3. So 3H1 equals H2. Also, H1 plus H2 equal to 4. So plug in H2. That means the H1 plus plug in this one. The 3H1 equals the 4. So H1, 4H1 equals 4. H1 equals 1. H1 equals 1. And H4, from this one, we can get H2 equals 3. Now we get it. 3 times 4, that's the 12, minus cancel 2, that's the 4, minus 1 over 2 times 1, because H1 equals 1, plus the 1 over 2 times 3 times the 3. That's the H2 equals 3. So total is the 8 minus 1 over 2 plus 9 over 2. That's the 10 over 2. 10 over 2. That's the 5. 8 minus 5. That's the 3. So the answer is C. Number 23. Two congruent circles centered at points A and B, each pass through the other's center. The line containing both A and B is extended to intersect the circles at C and D. The two circles intersect at 2 points, one of which is E. What is the degree measure of the angle CED? The two circles' center is the A and B. Now, extended AB intersect the circle at the CD. So we do the line, that's the C and the D. Also, the two circles intersect at 2 points, one of which is E. Here is the E. And what's the degree of the angle CED? So CE and D. Now we connect another two lines, that's the AE and the AB. A is the center of the left circle. B is the center of right center. So AB is the radius of the both circle. Same thing, AE, BE equal. So ABE is equilateral triangle. Each angle is the 60 degree. So same thing, this angle is also 60 degree. So for the BE, so this is the 60, and this, the angle, is the BED. So 60 is the triangle BED exterior angle. EBC is the exterior angle of the triangle BED. exterior angle theorem. That's the exterior angle equals sum of the two opposite the interior angle. So 60 equals the angle E plus the angle D. So angle D plus the angle E, and the BD is the radius, BE also radius, these two angle equal. So that's the two angle E, because angle E equals angle D. So angle E or the BED equal to 30. So this angle is the 30. Also, same thing, AEC is also the 30. The angle CED equals the 30 plus the 60 plus the 30, that's the 120. So the answer is C. Number 24. The digits 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are each used once to write a 5-digit number PQRST. The 3-digit number PQR is divisible by 4. The 3-digit number QRS is divisible by 5, and the 3-digit number RST is divisible by 3. What is P? 5-digit number P, Q, R, S, T. The digits is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, each used only once. And also PQR must divisible by 4, and QRS must be divisible by 5, and also the RST is divisible by 3. So divisible by 5, that's the 1st digit is 0 or 5. So that's the S is the 5. Divisible by 4, last 2 digit must divisible by 4. We can do, that's the 12, divisible by 4, 12, 24, and 32, all the divisible by 4. And divisible by 3, that means the sum of the digits divisible by 3, then the number divisible by 3. So R plus the S is the 5 plus the T divisible by 3. So that means the R plus the T can be the 4, or can be 4 plus 5, that's the 9, or another one will be 7. So if to be the 4, that will be the 1 and 3, or 3 and 1. But the PQR, the 1st digit is the 2, 4, or 2. So R must 2 or 4. If R is the 2, the T must be the 2, but we only have the 1, 2, so the 2 not working. If R is the 4, the T must be the 3. 4 plus 3, that's the 7. So that works. Now we can find the 4, that's the R. So R is the 4, S is the 5, T is the 3. And 4, the PQR divided by 4, that's the 24. So Q is the 2. So P is the 1. So the number, now we find that the number is the P is the 1, Q is the 2, R is the 4, and S is the 5, T is the 3. So we'll check the R restriction. That's the PQR divisible by 4. PQR first 3 digit, last 3 digit, that's the 24 divisible by 4. And the QRS divisible by 5. QRS 245 divisible by 5. Last 3 digit, that sum is the 12 divisible by 3. So it satisfies all our restriction. So the number P is the 1. So the answer is A. Number 25. A semicircle is inscribed in an isosceles triangle with base 16 and height 15, so that the diameter of the semicircle is contained in the base of the triangle as shown. What is the radius of the semicircle? This is the isosceles triangle. That's the A, B, C. From the A, we draw the perpendicular line to the BC. That's the height. Here, the height is 15. Height is the 15, and the base is the 16. So AM is the perpendicular to base because ABC is isosceles triangle. So the height and the median, and also angle bisector, they overlap to one line. So AM is the altitude, still is the median. That means M is the midpoint. So BM equals to the 8. From the M, we draw the perpendicular line to the AB. So now we use the ABM, the area. So area of the ABM. We use the base times height. We can use the 1/2 times MB times height, AM. We can also use the 1/2 and AB as the base. The height will be the perpendicular line. If this is the MD times MD, MD is the radius. Now we put in the number MB. That's the half the base, that's the 8. AM, that's the given, 15, equal to 1/2. AB, we can use the Pythagorean theorem. Find the AB square is the 15 square plus 8 square. That's the 225 plus the 64. That's the 289. That's the AM equals the 17. That's the 17 square. So AM equals 17. AB, that's the 17. MD, that's the radius of the semicircle. So cancel the 2. So R equal to, equation both sides, divided by the 17. That's the 120/17. The number 25, the answer is choice B.